Hey everybody, Jake here. Hope everyone's doing well today. Hope everyone's having a very good beginning of their week here. Today what I wanted to talk with you guys about was just where I land with the quarterback situation in Cleveland. I wanted to give you my opinion on it, kind of my thought on it, and my reasoning for why I believe what I do about the quarterbacks in Cleveland. So let's dive into this video. To begin the season, the Browns have had Flacco play all 3 games, and you've had probably more bad than good, to be honest with you. I was a large proponent of let's play Flacco a good bit of the season. Let's give the Browns the best opportunity to win games. And you're seeing what we worried about a little bit is kind of the regression from Flacco as the year has gone on. You saw against the Bengals, it was a lot of promise. There was 2 turnovers in the game. If anybody goes back and watches that game, you're not going to pin that on Flacco. Against the Ravens, it got worse. 2 turnovers in that game that you feel were completely on Joe. And then the Packers game was probably the worst the offense has looked so far this year. They did establish a bit of a run game, but it wasn't great. You're hearing a lot of national media, you're hearing a lot of Cleveland media say, hey, it is time for the Browns to pivot over to Dillon Gabriel and bring in a rookie quarterback, and let's see what we have in these guys. My opinion on this is I'm just a little apprehensive to throw these rookie quarterbacks out here right now, especially with the gauntlet of the schedule that the Browns have had to begin the season. It might be an unpopular opinion, and I know as Browns fans, we speak out of a place of just wanting to win football games. I don't believe putting Dillon Gabriel out there against these opponents in his rookie year is the Browns' best opportunity to win football games. This Sunday, the Browns get the Detroit Lions. It's already Tuesday, so the Browns are not going to start Dillon this week. But let's say it was up in the air. Would you feel good about putting a rookie quarterback out there against the Detroit Lions? I mean, this is a Super Bowl contender in Detroit. I don't feel comfortable putting my rookie quarterback out there. And you'll have the folks out there that say, hey, well, they're either going to sink or they're going to swim, and you just gotta put them out there and you got to see what you have. We've been doing that for 25 years, and we're still looking for a quarterback. Take a look around, fellas. This is not the recipe for success. It's just throwing the guy out there and seeing what you got. Because I can tell you, imagine you go to your job, you're completely unfit for, you're not unfit for, I shouldn't say that. Say you're unprepared for the position, and they just throw you in. Do you think you're going to perform well? I don't believe that I would. So why would I expect Dillon Gabriel to go out there and perform against a team he is not going to be prepared for? The following week, you get the Minnesota Vikings, which is an easier opponent, I would say. They did smash Cincinnati, shut up, the Vikings. But you get them in London, so it's going to be a 9:30 game here. That's not a great game. I don't know. I think that's a little weird. You're traveling across the country. You're playing a different place. It's considered a home game, so that's kind of shady, but do you want to start him there? Is that the game you want to start him? I guess I feel better about that one than I do about against Detroit. And then you have the Pittsburgh game in Pittsburgh. Do you feel good about that? I guess I don't know. I'm apprehensive to start him these next 3 weeks. Now, there was a report that came out. I don't know how much truth or validity there is to this, just knowing how Kevin treated the Deshaun Watson situation, but there was a teetering, if you will, with the Browns and where they stand with Joe Flacco right now. It sounded like before the Packers game that the Browns were weighing the option of starting Dillon against the Packers, which I don't know how true that is because Joe didn't have a great game against Green Bay, and Kevin made it apparent that they're not making a change at the quarterback position. So I don't know how much validity there really was to that report, and we know how the Browns are. They're really not going to give you anything to work with, especially Kevin and Andrew. So they're not going to give us any info on where they stand with the quarterback situation right now. But I just don't believe it's best for the Browns to start Dillon against these really good teams. I know that might be an unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. It's where I'm at. Take a good look, too. I don't know why we're in such a rush to play these guys either. Take a look at college right now. Everyone was spewing off that the 2026 draft class is going to be this great draft class, and the Browns are going to have a quarterback prospect, any of them that they want to choose from. Tell me which one has looked good and which one looks by far and away better than anyone that you've seen last year or the year prior. I don't see it. From what I've seen so far in college, it looks like a lot of developmental prospects. Now, it's really early in the year. We're going to see where this goes at the end of the year. And as the year progresses, I'm sure a quarterback is going to separate himself, and maybe you'll have the guy. I just haven't seen it yet. I see two quarterbacks that you have in-house that I think we should develop and see what we have. Shedeur was considered a top 10 pick last NFL draft. Now, he fell to the 5th round for a reason, but I mean, that's a guy. Dylan, we saw in the preseason, there was plenty of promise there. So I want to do right by these guys. I want to give both quarterbacks an equal opportunity to go out and succeed. And I just don't believe it is in the next 3 weeks here. The Dolphins game appears to be the first game that I would consider starting a quarterback. You got Dolphins at Browns October 19th. I would definitely consider something there, because then you get a 3-game set. You get Dolphins, Browns, then you travel to New England, you play the Patriots, and then you travel to the Jets and you play the Jets. I'm comfortable playing my rookie quarterback in those 3 games. After that, you move back to home. You play against Baltimore. Then you get the Raiders, 49ers at home, Titans at home. There is plenty of opportunity for these guys to go in the back end of the schedule. It gets very, very light for the Browns, and that's where I think the Browns can really develop these guys and give them an opportunity to play. So those are my thoughts. That's where I land with the quarterbacks right now. I might get hate for this opinion, but it is just my opinion. I encourage you guys, if you disagree with me, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Those are just my thoughts in this video. If you guys haven't had an opportunity, go ahead and check the description. My X account is in there. I'd love to interact with you guys over there. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Go Brownies, baby.